Do you remember those books when we were kids? Where's Waldo? I don't think I've actually introduced you, but this is my Jeep, Coco, my 2021 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon Eco Diesel. So let's play a game. Where's Coco? If you're new here, that's me. I'm Andrew. Glad you can make it. But this shot is from a future video, so let's pick up where we left off at this amazing campsite. We had driven 20 miles of White Mountain Road and would have 4 miles left to meet up with Holcomb Valley, where we would run John Bull and Gold Mountain Trail and live to regret it. Maybe. Good morning from Big Bear, California and White Mountain OHV Trail. This road, we ended up finding an epic campsite almost towards the end of it. This road is 24 miles long. We've done 20 miles of it, and about 3.5 miles till the end, we came across just an amazing campsite, tucked in to the trees, so we had a little bit of shade. Got leveled out with some rocks. Just had an amazing evening. Cooked some steaks, and bacon and eggs is on the menu this morning, so stick around.
That one in the back is done. You can go that one.
So greasy.
It's gonna be enough for like 2 sandwiches each.
Bacon, egg, sandwich. Only thing we're missing is cheese. Now that we've had some coffee and breakfast, it's time to pack up, finish the rest of White Mountain, and see what trouble lies ahead with John Bull and Gold Mountain trails. I have to ask though, how long did it take you to spot Coco in that opening shot? A few seconds? Longer? Not at all? Leave the timestamp of when you saw my Jeep in the comments. I'm curious to know. Now, John Bull, we're coming for you. So we camped here, then took the rest of White Mountain down into Holcomb Valley here. Now, because we're complete noobs and have no idea which way to correctly run either John Bull or Gold Mountain, and no, we did not research at all before coming here, we passed the first turnoff to John Bull and went to the other end where it comes back out onto Holcomb Valley. We would later realize that this isn't quote unquote the correct way of running it. Here is also where I decided to let Alan drive so I could film, a decision I'm still questioning to this day. Alright, Alan's getting some John Bull action. That looks fun. Keep going or what?
It's up to you. I think it circles up to that top up there and then cuts back down to that road.
Well, that is a bypass. That's an easy line. That's a bypass.
Yeah.
Let's run the bypass. Let's stop here because by this point, we knew we were running the trail the wrong direction and still had the harder part still ahead. So we decided to be safer than sorry and take this green trail back down to Holcomb Valley and try our luck on Gold Mountain. Don't worry though, I've already planned a trip to come back and run both trails the correct way with some friends in case we need to pull a winch, which by the way, Coco now has. So let's pick up on Gold Mountain. Pains people take to get some gold. I did a reel on Instagram of me going down the slide and up the slide in Sedona, and this guy commented and said, "My granny can do that in her Buick." I'm gonna back in there.
Yeah, put the Jeep in some shade.
All right, it's I think around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We just got to the top of Gold Mountain. We're running Gold Mountain Trail. We also ran half of, or maybe a third of John Bull Trail, which is rated a 7 out of 10. Trail we're on now is rated a 6 out of 10. Anyway, we stopped, parked here in the shade. Gonna have some lunch before we go down the backside of this mountain and into Big Bear. You know, this trip, we've made mistakes. Took some trails in the wrong direction. Didn't plan like we should have. But honestly, this has been a fun weekend. In life, it's the same. We're not always prepared for what life throws at us. We make wrong turns. We miss important signs, and sometimes we find ourselves heading down a path we weren't ready for. But that's a part of it. Life isn't always mapped out. And more often than not, the most meaningful parts of life happen when we're navigating something unfamiliar. It's a lot like finding yourself on a trail you've never been down. You don't know every line, every obstacle, or how hard it's going to get, but you go anyway. Because deep down, you know you're chasing something real, something meaningful. And maybe that's the point. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Like I said in part 1 of this series, just take those first steps into the unknown, towards your dreams and your passions. And life and the trail will lead you home. Now, let's finish this trail. Near dropping in that rock.
No, you're basically, you've got to find it.
Because if I drop that rock in that rock, I'm flipping over.
So head straight. You're good. Now you can start turning right.
Is my back tire gonna miss?
You're good, you're good. You're not doing this trail. That's funny.
Well, that's gonna do it for this week's adventure, where we finished Gold Mountain Trail backwards. If you liked this content, please do me a favor, hit that like button, comment, and consider subscribing to the channel. It is the single most important thing you can do to help me out, and it is absolutely free to use. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment below. Now, until the next adventure, I'll leave you with a couple videos I think you might enjoy, and I'll see you over there.